So as you remember in the beginning of the games, I wanted to retweet and share a lot of the Canadian medalists this year, and I found out quickly that it was very difficult to do so. We didn't really have a lot of national pride going in compared to Vancouver. I decided to look at all the mentions of the Olympics and every issue surrounding the Olympics in my own Facebook feed. So for the first week and a half, it had nothing to do with the athletes, nothing to do with national pride. It was all a political commentary on Russia's anti-gay laws, which didn't make any difference whatsoever, as you see now. So on the first day of the Olympics, there were 5 to 6 mentions of the opening ceremonies and over 30 mentions of the pride flag and the anti-gay laws. But when you take out hockey and hockey-related posts out of everything, it actually leads the pack in the number of posts about the Olympics. Now, I don't know if this is the bright side or the not so bright side, but the majority of the posts about the anti-gay laws and pride flags and things like that were only from the gay community. So in other words, very few people outside of the gay community even bothered to care about the gay games as it was coined in the media. And in the media, it looked like it was overinflated in terms of the representation, as you saw that it was only my gay friends who had posted about these LGBT issues. Now moving on, if you put hockey back into it, we have over 250 mentions alone on the very last day of the games, and 243 of those were about the gold medal game. And the 4 days leading up to the end of Sochi was all hockey posts. So we are definitely a hockey nation. And there's a handful of posts about anti-Olympics, anti-sports, I hate sports, but they were all from 2 people. Sucks to be them to live in a nation where hockey is king. So I will have a separate video about the memes that were posted, but there were definitely some interesting posts to do with fails and Russia and Sochi in general outside of LGBT rights, and that pretty much sums it up for social media. There's occasional did you know about these Olympics or just trivial information, but the only other thing that really made its day other than the memes, the hockey and all of that is the sportsmanship posts, which were cool, and the biggest one is that Canadian coach that gave a ski to an opposing team in cross-country skiing. Now while that is a very kind gesture, I must add that that is a common thing in cross-country skiing to do. So it's not just a Canadian thing, it's a cross-country skiing thing, and it's been done in very many Olympics previous to this, and some story always comes up with it. Kudos to the coach though, that was a great thing to do. And today's motivation is, with all the negativity that people post and all the jokes and stuff like that, it obviously shows that our athletes don't get enough support. Now I know some people are talking about boycotting the games and all of that kind of stuff, and if you look at historical medal trends, those boycotts did absolutely nothing, and it only hurt the countries boycotting it, and the USSR is still among the top 3 nations that have the most medals overall, even though they haven't been around since 1992. So boycotting is not the answer. At the Olympics, support the athletes, support the games, and just fight it out on the international stage and cheer people on. Because if you can't go down on the field and play yourself, the least you can do is cheer the game on. And that's why Canada won their double-double.